everyone, welcome back. Hope everything is going well. I know that we've had a few technical internet issues on the last couple classes. People have said that the class will kind of skip like an old school CD where I'm in a pose and then all of a sudden I've gone into a different pose. It's been the internet, so we've tried turning down the quality of the video a little bit if there's something going on with the internet speed. So hopefully that helps the upload process and the live process, and so that we're not experiencing that issue anymore. It hasn't happened throughout the whole pandemic, so I'm not sure why it's happening now, but we have taken some steps in to try to adjust that. So I hope the classes are coming across nice and clear. I know we're using a different microphone here, so I hope you're able to hear me okay. I know it helps if I turn off these fans, so let me do that. And try to quiet some of the background noise, but basically what this microphone is doing is it's allowing us to not wear a headset, and I think it sounds pretty good, and we can move a little bit more freely while we're practicing with you. If you've been on the channel recently, you'll see that it's been me with you on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I'm trying to record classes for you all, and then Kimberly is recording a class she did the first week with Cora, and then last week she recorded a class with Taylor in the hot room, and she's new to teaching, not new to the studio. She's been here with us since day one when we opened, but she is new in stepping into a teacher role, and so she's been teaching classes at the studio and very excited to teach classes for you all online. So if you have any questions or if you want to reach out and say hi or give some feedback on what you might want to explore in the practice on these live stream classes, please feel free to do that. For anybody that's just tuning in, we do have a free 7-day trial that you can subscribe to on our website for the online platform, and then our monthly online memberships are just $30 a month, and you get access to over 600 classes that we've created throughout the pandemic. Before the pandemic, you'll see some group classes on there from even pre-pandemic days in the hot room with full classes and whatnot. So please check those out and enjoy your practice today. We're going to do an Urban 45, 45 minutes in flow. Start in child's pose, please. Let your knees go out mat width apart. And take your bum back to your heels, stretch your arms out forward, and feel something different about your child's pose today. It could be the shape of your legs, it could be the reach of your arms, crawling your fingertips out further. It might be softening your arms, letting your elbows settle into the ground, but explore something unique about your child's pose as you get into your practice and start breathing. It's a really good time of year in the practice and to ground. Let the practice be a grounding element. And for you, things can be surely a bit more busy as we transition towards the holidays. And so in that busyness, grounding, self-care, taking some breaks, excusing yourself for a moment from the to-do list, or even if that's only in your mind and you excuse yourself from attaching to the to-do list. These could be good ways to ground yourself, restore a little bit along the way. Rise up onto all fours, tabletop. And set your hands under or just in front of your shoulders. If the wrists are tight, it helps to move the hands forward just a bit. And that way you're not as deep in the flexion of your wrist. And then your hips can be over your knees. And give your hips a sway side to side. And so as the hips go to the right, move your head to the left. And then bump your hips to the left, let your head go to the right. And come back to center, gaze down in between your thumbs. Tuck your toes and hover your knees off the mat. If you want to shorten your stance and so that you're not gripping in your low back, then you just walk your feet in a little bit. You stay with this hovering tabletop, and then bring your right knee above your right elbow and step back into your hover. And bring your left knee above your left elbow, step back into your hover. And 2 more rounds. Right knee above your right elbow, hover. Left knee above your left elbow, and hover. Engage the breath, knee over elbow, hover. And then last time, left knee over your elbow and back to hover. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, draw your legs straight. Feel the reach of the crown of your head. And make any adjustments. And with your hands or with your feet set up in your downward facing dog. And with your lips sealed, breathe in through the nose and out. Explore the practice or approach the practice through your breath awareness, and you go from, really not paying attention to your breath before you came onto your mat. It was an involuntary function, and kind of rolling behind the scenes into then coming on your mat and making it a voluntary function, something that you're aware of. And you can even draw more focus towards in the breath and how you're breathing, the anatomical components and contributing into strengthening your breath. And so as we stretch and start to open ourselves up and create more space, which means your breath has more room and to travel and throughout your body. And walk your feet forward, come to the top of your mat. And feet can be about hip width apart. Legs can remain straight, so you're pulling up through your inner thighs. And draw to your belly, and then grab opposite elbows. Let your head hang heavy. Be surprised if you feel quite a bit of pressure through your spine and tightness in your hips if you're lucky enough to get to your hamstrings. Feel the sensation back of your legs and breathe with the sensation. You can argue the difference between breathing at a sensation or breathing with a sensation. Think of it as including the sensation with your mind and what you have the ability to focus on. And you may find that as soon as you start focusing breath and sensation, that your mind can't really attach into some of those other things and that may be going on in your life right now. And release your elbows, hands to the ground. Take your hands onto the front of your shins and lift halfway, straight arms. You can see the hips falling back. You're welcome to put a little bend to your knees. Nice flat back. Gaze is on the top edge of your mat. And then take another inhale here. And as you exhale, go ahead and bring your hands down. Fold your forehead into your knees. Inhale to rise. Circle the arms and reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. And you should have felt that. So going from a forward fold. And then rising up, taking a lot of the weight. So adjust. And through your spine. And feel your belly support as you ground into your feet. Arms by your side. Stand tall in mountain pose. You feel the fullness of your lungs together. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, dive through your midline, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. And bend your knees, plant your hands, step back into a high plank. Notice how long your legs are. Connect through your belly, come forward, exhale, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, draw with your legs and press back into your downward facing dog. And physically, you are all completely strong enough. As you develop and deepen the practice of your breath, notice how you can slow down. So it's not about getting stronger. It's how much you can slow down the movement. Right? Identify those points and connecting the breaths from the inhale to the exhale. Let's try it here. Breathe in, come forward to plank. Stretched out, exhale, bend your arms, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, lift your hips and come back into your downward facing dog. Big toes together, lift your heels. Exhale, walker, little hop to the top. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, bow, forward fold. Inhale, rise, sweep the arms and reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms over your head, reach up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. And plant the hands, bend the knees, step back, high plank. Feel the stretch in your legs, draw with your belly. And exhale, lower chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips and elongate your legs, feel downward facing dog. We end up grounding every time in down dog. In grounding, the head is below the heart, which is calming. You realize if it's too tight, you put that little bend to your knees. Hover your right foot, step your right foot all the way through. Straighten your front leg, flip the toes up, walk your hands back, and so you've got your wrists underneath your shoulders. Your right toes drawing back towards your right shin, and your back heel lifting high. Keep your left hand where it is, float your right arm back by your side. And chest forward, kick through your right heel, and let's balance, play with both arms by your sides. Ooh, bring your hands back down, good. Bend your right leg, foot is flat, and then lengthen your gaze forward. Breathe to the top of your left thigh. Notice how straight and strong that leg is. Soften your knee down. Untuck your toes and then twist, reach your right arm up. And it's okay to rock the weight to the pinky toe side edge of your front foot. And you're getting more awareness and sensation through your outer hips. And keep breathing down towards the base of your pelvis. Reach up on your inhale. And exhale, bring your gaze and right hand down. And sit your bum all the way back to your left heel. Right leg is straight, inhale, chest up. Exhale, crawl your hands forward. And just like we did when we were standing, draw the toes back to the shin. And still fairly easy here, even if your leg is straight, for your thigh to be relaxed. Firm your thigh up, feel your quadricep, right? You can notice the difference, feel the quadricep, and pull the kneecap up. And you might get that extra stretch down into your calf. And suck your belly and rise, come forward. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, step back into your downward facing dog. And feel good, ground your awareness in your breath and your body in downward facing dog. You may find that your mind attaches a lot less into the distractions when you're in downward facing dog. Like I really don't have a viewpoint of the world around me right now. I could look in between my legs. But then everything's upside down, so that's good. A little change in perspective. And take a breath, hover your left foot. Exhale, big step, left foot all the way through. Straighten your front leg out and flip the toes up. Your wrist underneath your shoulders. And just as you need, feel the strength of your right leg connecting you to your belly. And then float your left arm by your side. Taking a major source of ground away by lifting the ball of your foot. And so don't worry if, like me, you fell out or if you only held it for a breath or two. Play with the engagement through your inner thighs, upper back, both arms by your sides. The tendency for me is there to roll off into the outer edge of the left heel. Use the right leg, breathe. Bring your left hand down, both hands down, bend your front leg. Reset your hands, lengthen through the crown, and feel your right leg straight. And then draw up with your navel, draw through your heart center, shoulders away from the ears. And soften your right knee down, and let's twist. Left arm goes up. It's okay to turn your front foot out slightly, and feel your hips come into the lunge. Breathe, top of your right thigh. And from your belly into your upper back, shoulders away from the ears. Deepen your breath, you're breathing down towards the base of your pelvis, and you're receiving more space from your right hand to your left hand. That's about the length of your entire body. That's about how tall you are. And when you're standing straight up. And bring your gaze and left hand down. Send your hips back, sit on your right heel, and straighten your left leg. And draw the toes back to the shin. Take a breath in. Exhale, crawl your hands forward. It's kind of crazy, but you will become more comfortable in the discomfort, or you may enjoy in the intensity of the sensation and the stretch. Feeling it in the hamstring, engage the quad, and then watch how the sensation goes all the way down towards your calf. And keeping the leg turned on, soft seal to your lips, no need to bite down. Your body does enough of that all by itself and simply competing with the environment and the world that we're living in. All the energy, all the information. Scoop the belly, come forward to your lunge. And set your hands, tuck your back toes, and then lift the knee. And take your left foot back, step into your downward facing dog. And notice you feel a little bit more open in your down dog, therefore you can lengthen your breath cycle. And set into your hands, bring your big toes together. And lift your heels, bend your knees, exhale, light hop to the top. And so I take the butt up, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, circle the arms up, reach. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center, bend your legs. And sit your bum back and down. On your exhale, turn and twist. Left elbow outside your right thigh. And to me, the Parvita Utkatasana, twisted chair, is always like a chiropractic adjustment and for the mid to the upper spine as you lift the heart. You might get a little crack. Come back to center. Inhale, rise, reach your arms up. Exhale, bend your legs, sit down into your chair. Hands to your heart center. And breathe, exhale, twist. Right elbow outside your left thigh. And hips square. Even weight into your feet. And as you twist, turn the heart up. And it's a good one for building heat. Come back to center. Inhale, rise, arms up. Exhale, dive. There you go. Body's opening, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Okay, you know how to step or plant, jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Now recognize any instability in your practice up to this point could be a part of your body, could be a state of your mind, and could be an experience that you're processing or an emotion. Right, something that is going on in your life, but identify any instability and that you're feeling in your practice and draw your focus to your breath and then feel yourself vividly connect into the ground. Come forward to your high plank and reach to the crown of your head. Bend your arms, elbows in, chaturanga, hold. And draw your belly in, feel your legs, keep your neck long. If you need to, just check your knees down to the ground. Okay, if you'd like, keep your legs strong. Draw your ribs in. Last 3, 2, push back up, high plank. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Feel the shoulders release, step your right foot in between your hands. Slide your left toes back, taking up as much of your mat as possible. Right knee over your right ankle, and then twist, reach your right arm up. And keep drawing your heart up. Bring your gaze and right hand down, look forward, and then pivot your back heel down. Okay, now your left arm is going to simply swing forward and back. All the while connecting to your breath, ground through your left foot. On your next breath, inhale, swing your left arm forward all the way up. And you rise into your warrior 2. Bend into your front leg till your knee is on top of the ankle. Feel it. If you get this deep, lift your heart and feel a stretch in through your back hip crease. And straighten your front leg. Feet ground. Inhale, right arm up. And your left hand is down. Straight leg triangle. And drawing us all out of the length and decompressing through your low back. Bring your arms back. Bend your front leg, and then windmill your arms without touching the ground. Sweep the arms by your sides, pivot your back heel high. And set your hands down to the ground. Push the mat away, inhale, kick your right leg back. Exhale, bring your knee to your right elbow. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to your nose, pulse. 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step your right foot in between your hands, soften your back knee down. Untuck the toes, reach your arms up. You can go a little more vertical, so you're not adding any weight into your low back. On the exhale, cactus your arms and feel your shoulder blades squeeze. And keep this chest open, just hinge forward and wrap your arms behind your right leg, grab opposite elbows. And chin to the chest for balance. Tuck your back toes, lift off your back knee, and then slide your chest through and gaze beyond the top edge of your mat. As you release your elbows, bring your left hand to the mat. Turn to the outer edge of your left foot and slide your right foot back. Stack your legs and you're set up into your side plank. And breathe in side plank. You don't have to worry about lifting your back leg. You're pretty stretched out in it, and which should leave you with less weight in your shoulder. It's when you're all crunched up, right? Your shoulder is taking on more than it needs to. Bring your gaze and right hand down. Pivot square, press back into your downward facing dog. Take an inhale. And keep your lips sealed as you exhale. Deepen the breath, come forward to your high plank. Okay, let's explore as you connect the belly strength with the back, with the legs. Bend your arms, hold chaturanga. Remember, you could always tap your knees down if you need to. Keep them straight, keep them strong. Use your glutes, wrap your ribs in. Last 3, 2, 1. Push up, plank. Take it back, downward facing dog. Hover your left toes, step your left foot all the way through to lunge. Right leg is straight, slide the toes back. Lunge twist, reach your left arm up. You have the opportunity to really connect to your breath in these positions and get so much of that resistance worked out. You'll pick up so much space. And keep your chest proud, gaze forward, left hand down. Looking forward, pivot your back heel to the ground and start to swing the right arm forward and back. And your breath moving is a reminder that you're not supposed to hold on and grip these positions. I mean, they don't have to be perfect. It's feeling your body. Sweep the right arm up, rise into your warrior 2. As you lunge, bend your front leg, get your knee over your ankle. Lift up to the back of your heart. And as you ground your back foot, you should feel a stretch into your back hip. And straighten your front leg. Left arm up, exalted triangle, right hand down. And keep grounding your feet. And bring your arms back as you start to bend your front leg. And windmill the arms by your sides. Pivot your back heel high. And your hands never touch the ground. Feel it all connected, strength and lightness to support your upper body. Take your hands down to the mat. Inhale, kick back, 3-legged downward dog. Exhale, left knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick it back, 3-legged. Exhale, knee to your nose, stay in pulse. So you gotta include all of it. Everything you're feeling. Everything you're processing. Put it into your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gaze, step left foot all the way through. Soften your right knee down. Untuck the toes, reach your arms up. You can be more vertical. All right, vertical just means you can keep your hips back, and versus driving yourself to a place that's too deep and then you're not breathing. Cactus your arms. Open your chest, shoulder blade squeeze. You gotta realize an hour on your mat, 45 minutes, a half hour, whatever it is, you're moving your body in ways you don't do these movements anywhere else and throughout your day. This isn't you sitting in the car and sitting at the desk doing the dishes. These are all unique movements and that you wouldn't do anywhere else. And chest to your left thigh, give yourself a hug. And tuck your back toes, chin down, belly in. And we've got this balance. And we're observing balance. We're putting our body into the cycles and moving our breaths. And so the mind goes, oh, that's what balance is. And you can read the articles, you could read the books, you could watch the videos. It's a simple, get on the mat, take your breaths, do it in the privacy of your own home if that feels best. Right hand down, outer edge of your right foot, and step your left leg back, left arm up, side plank. Feel it inside. Bring your gaze and left hand down and pivot, press back into your downward facing dog. From the down dog, we're wrapping the elbows in. Okay, my elbows aren't going to touch the ground as I slide my chest through the wrists, tops of the feet. Inhale to upward facing dog. And then keep the elbows in. Okay, chest never touches. Tuck the toes. And press back into the downward facing dog. And we'll do 2 more like that. Elbows in, look forward. And then start to bring the chest to the thumbs. Yes, go tops of the feet and upward facing dog. And keep the elbows in. And chest down. And tuck the toes. Exhale. Press back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath, 1 more. Look forward, elbows in, dive. Dive, get low. Tops of the feet, upward dog. Use those legs. Elbows in, bring the chest down. Tuck the toes, lift the tail. And press back into your downward facing dog. Take an inhale. Spread the knees, bring them onto the mat. Knees are mat width apart, drop the belly. Left hand stays where it is. And then right arm across, come down onto your right shoulder. And set to the right side of your head, your temple. An option to bring your left arm behind your low back. And it's nice to unwind your nervous system. We talk about recognizing, identifying the attachments first. That can take a while. We got to run that race for quite a bit, breathing and seeing what comes up. And even when you think everything came up, there still might be more to rise to the surface. So always breathing, and bring your left hand back and practicing into our edge. Bring your right hand forward and drop the belly out. And take your left arm underneath your right armpit, come down onto your shoulder. And set the temple. Option, right arm reaches up and then goes behind the spine. You see how this conversation is going, you and your breath. And the instruction, bring your right hand back around. Press the mat away, slide your left arm out. Come back into your tabletop, all fours. And bring your knees all the way together. Come down onto your forearms. Interlace your fingers, cross your thumbs. And step back into your forearm plank. And get your hips down low. Drawing your ribs in, little tuck to the chin. And you make sure there's nothing out in front of you. If you need to move, we should have done that earlier. Move anything out from the front of you, and you're not too close to the wall. Okay, open your hands, lift your hips, and start to walk your feet in. And set the top of your head into your hands. And then keep walking your feet in. As one leg goes up, and feel your shoulders away from your ears. And both legs can go up into your headstand. And there's little or no weight through the head. And keep breathing, gaze steady on one spot. And keep one leg up, counterbalance as you bring the other leg down. And as softly as you can. And bring your foot and both knees down onto the ground. And sit onto your heels. And roll your chest up. And shoulders down. Take a breath. Okay, as you sit, draw your belly button in. Chin to chest. Interlace the fingers behind your low back. Okay, if you're big and broad and muscular in your shoulders, I'm feeling it a little bit more, but roll your shoulders back. And draw your navel in, slide your ears back, gaze in front, and you can draw your thumbs away from your bum. On your exhale, soften the chin. Relax the grip, bring your hands back in front. Step back into your high plank. Let's do it. Elbows in, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press back, down dog. Take an inhale and draw with your belly. Step your right foot all the way through. Inhale, rise, reach your arms up. T-twist, right arm back, left arm forward. Okay, best you can. Right hand back of your left leg, shoulders down, and reach your left arm up. If you need that little bend to your left knee, all good. And keep reaching up, reach back, warrior two, pivot your back heel down. Set into your lunge, right hand outside. So say your right hand won't touch the ground, but you have your water bottle, and put your hand onto your water bottle, left arm up. Reach your left arm over. Notice the right side body is lengthening. And then your option is to reach your right arm forward. Palms face, turning your chest towards the wall you're facing. And keep your knees spread. Your right leg. Use your belly, hands to your heart. And lift your left knee all the way in front. Figure four, left ankle to your right thigh. Sit down, reach your arms up. Put your left knee in front. Inhale, arms up. And connected, facing dog. Exhale. Next breath, exhale, step your left foot all the way through. And kick through your back heel. Inhale, rise, reach your arms up. T-twist, left arm back, right arm forward. Left hand back of your right leg, shoulders down. Okay, that right leg can have a little bend at the knee. Shoulders down, and reach your right arm up and back. And keep reaching up. Warrior two, reach back, pivot your back heel down, and set into your lunge. Left hand outside your left foot. You can always use your block or your water bottle. Right arm reaches up. And feel your feet draw the knees, feel your thighs, and float your left arm forward, palms face. Trickiest part is to keep on the hinge, and so you're not just curling and sinking into that left side, and then reach out. Nice, that's some prana, that's some flow energy, chest and hands down. Pivot your back heel high, and kick your left leg back, three-legged dog. Big step, left foot through, take off, right leg lifts. Let it be as intuitive as possible. in through your breath, and so that it all makes sense. And keep pulling up through your left thigh. Belly and upper back. As you rise, bring your right knee through. Right ankle to your left thigh. Figure four, take a seat. Bum low, reach your arms up. And bring your hands to your heart center. And we twist right elbow to the sole of your right foot. If not, put it on the inner ankle. And standing leg, inhale, lift with your heart. Right knee up, reach your arms high. Great, step down, bring your feet together, hands to your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms up. Plank strength, exhale, dive forward, fold hands to the mat. And breathe in, halfway lift. And plant step, float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips. And press back into your most open downward facing dog of the practice. Bring your knees down onto the ground. Untuck your toes, walk your hands back, sit on your shins, reach your arms up. Interlace the fingers, release the index. And draw your navel in as you lift your heart up. Keep your bum heavy and then hinge. And land your hands into the mat, stretch them out. And keep breathing, squeeze the palms, biceps around your ears. Navel draws in as you exhale. And draw yourself all the way back up. Lift your heart, breathe in. And we go back down, exhale slow. And slide the pinkies further away. Use your belly, keep your bum connected. Ground the shins, elbows in on your exhale. Rise back up. Lift your heart, shoulders down, breathe in. One more, exhale, hinge. And keep your bum as heavy as you can. And slide your pinkies away. On your exhale, and slowly rise back up. And lift your heart, stand up onto your knees, and curl your right toes under. Bring your right hand down to your right heel. Then you press through the top of your left foot, and then lift up through your heart, and reach your left arm back any amount. Shoulders down, gaze can lift. And chin to your chest, and belly in. Let's switch. Right arm comes up. Untuck your right toes, tuck your left toes, and left hand to your left heel. And hips square. And you reach up. And broaden the chest. Press down to the top of your right foot. And breathe. And chin to chest. And belly in, reach your left arm up. Untuck your toes. And slowly sit back onto your ankles. And bring your hands to your heart center. And plug into your palms, soften your chin. Full breath in, full breath out. And come forward, open your eyes, hands to the mat. Tuck your toes and take it back into your down dog. And little bend to your knees, pedal out your down dog. And hope you felt some heat build up that friction into your breath. And get a little sweat in your body if you're in the hot room doing this, great. And right knee to your right wrist, turn your shin across the mat. And slide your left knee back. And square hips, draw your chest. You can come forward onto your elbows, onto your forearms. And always a nice way to decompress. Whatever your practice has been up to this point. Even breaths in your pigeon. In through the nose, out through the nose. Take a breath on your exhale, come back up to your palms, and tuck the toes, lift the hips, step back into your down dog. Take a breath in, full breath out. This left knee to your left wrist, turn your shin across the mat. The ankle flexes to stabilize around the knee. As you draw your right leg back, deepening the stretch to your outer left hip. And breathe on your exhale. Come down onto your elbows, elbows to forearms. If you've got a busy mind, if you go through the experience of yoga and your mind is drifting this way and that way, or it kicks in with judgment, it's analyzing the positions and making you think that you're not doing them right. All of that is completely normal. And these are phases. You go through phases in your yoga practice, which means that you're recognizing the phases of yourself. We all have them. And yet that's why you're being reminded to breathe. That's the approach, and to engage a technique to seal your lips and breathe through your nose or through the duration of your practice. Because we're all going to travel through different phases. And here we simply work to acknowledge what those phases might be, and to see and to observe. And keep breathing to fill ourselves for an hour, 45 minutes. Next exhale, walk your hands in. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, step back into your downward facing dog. Really nice. Come down onto your knees. Go ahead and grab a sip of water if you'd like. And when you're ready, you can turn around to lie down. Come into a comfortable position with your legs straight, your arms by your sides. May feel good to take a final twist. If you have any other posture that your body is absolutely craving right now, do it. Probably something you've done before. I don't know if you're going to try something brand new, right? But go for it. And let your body feel, and then make your way into your final resting pose. And with your legs straight and your arms by your sides, palms facing up. You can find so much in the inside of yourself when it comes to creativity, when it comes to discipline, framework, what works for me, what doesn't work for me, any personality traits, the characteristics of your breath, what's contributing into how you're feeling and why you're feeling what you're feeling. All of these things we have in the opportunity and the freedom and to adjust, and to change our approach, to learn that. And within our own minds, even if we see it on somebody else, it's not easy to automatically adjust within yourself. And so giving ourselves the space and to incorporate, that deeper meaning. What's that feeling that you get, the interpretation of that space, that does allow you to see how to make that adjustment. So it's never a bad idea, right? We have eyes, we see and these things taking place around us, or the way that somebody is acting or the way that somebody isn't acting. But never comparing ourselves, understanding we can take it all in as information, it can all become our teacher. And when it makes sense for you, when you feel it in a meditation or in an asana practice, it'll all kick in right when it's supposed to. Enjoy the rest of your Shavasana, enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Thank you for your practice, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Namaste.